Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's very good to be together on this Shabbos. So much so, in fact, that we're going to sing a song about it. How about that? It's good to be. Hine Matov. It's good to be together in community. Let's start it up. It's good to be.
It's good to be.
Standing free.
Standing free.
Brothers and sisters. As we walked across the sea. It's good to be. Standing strong and free together. One big family. Hine Matov. Umanayim. Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Gam Yachad Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Lai la lai 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 lai la la lai la lai.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's so nice to be back here at Beit Tshuva. My name is Rabbi Karen Strock. I run a business called Jewish Ritual Reimagined, and I am delighted to be here. Something that I noticed and that struck me the last time I was here was the way that we moved from one strong feeling and emotion to another throughout this service. And it made me think about the time of year that we're in right now. We are in the month of Av, the Hebrew month of Av, and the beginning of the month of Av, the first 9 days of the month of Av, we focus on mourning and grief and sadness. Tisha B'Av, which is the 9th day of Av, symbolizes all the lowest points in our collective story. On Tisha B'Av, we move in the theme of the day from destruction to rebuilding, from darkness to light. In fact, we learn from the earliest words of Torah that light follows darkness, that there was evening and then there was morning. There was darkness and then there was light. From Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, starting the very next Shabbat, we have 7 weeks, 7 Shabbatot, 7 Shabbats between that day and Rosh Hashanah, our new year. And during those weeks, we read from the Haftorot of consolation. And it's in that time that we're really moving towards feeling comforted. So we start in this really grieving, dark place, and we just move towards feeling comforted. And We're right now in the third week of this cycle of consolation. And on the 15th of Av, there's this very special little day, which is a high point and a point of love, a day of love. It's like the Jewish almost Valentine's Day, called Tu B'Av. So we move from darkness into light, and we hold all these feelings together. And life is like that, isn't it? Where we hold feelings at the same time. The feelings are intermingled, and it's just like this prayer service here at Beit Shuvah. I noticed how readily this community transitioned from one experience to another during the service, and it's such a beautiful microcosm for what I think Judaism is. Tonight, you may notice a recurrent theme in our service, and that is of bringing light into our lives. This week's Parsha is called Re'eh, meaning to see, and it gives us an opportunity to think about ways we can better see what's right before us, the light that shines within each of us and within each person that we encounter. We are about to light the candles of Shabbat here, but it's not we who light them. We strike the match, but God brings forth the light. May God bring forth light from us as we move into this prayer space together, bringing in the light of Shabbat. At this time, I'd like to call up Adam Nimoy, who is on Wednesday celebrated what I just learned the term his belly button birthday. And so we bring in the light of Shabbat with Adam. We make it difficult. There we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Lehadnikne shel Shabbat.
We continue with words of Shalom Aleichem, where in a moment we'll sing these words, Shalom Aleichem Malachei Hasharet Malachei Elyon, which translates as greetings of peace, attending angels, exalted messenger. The Hebrew word for angel, malach, is often translated as messenger. In this blessing, we're greeting the malachim, these messengers, inviting them into our midst to offer us greetings and blessings before we send them on their way. I wonder tonight, as we offer these words of Shalom Aleichem, if we can consider who are the malachim in our lives? Who are the human beings who have been at the right place, at the right time, the angels here on earth who have and continue to guide us on our journey? And we can also consider in what ways we show up as malachim, as messengers of God, to help others as they walk their path. Shalom Aleichem.
Lai, 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 Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shalom Malachi, Shalom Malachi Elyon. Mi melech, Malchi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lai, 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 ai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, 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 la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Waguni le Shalom Malachi, Shalom Malachi Elyon. Mi melech, Malchi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zehem le Shalom Malachi, Shalom Malachi Elyon. Mi melech, Malchi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lai, 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 ai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, 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 la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, 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 ai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, 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 la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai, la, lai, 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 lai.
The love poem Yedid Nefesh offers us images of God as parent, as master, and as love partner. It expresses a profound desire to feel connected to a divine presence. In this prayer, we ask for God's healing, mercy, and protection, and that God shelter us under a canopy of peace. So may it be tonight that we feel the embrace and protection of the Holy One of Blessing, Yedid Nefesh.
ותתרפא והייתה לה שפחת עולם. ונאהבה, כי זה כמה נכסוף, נכסף לראות בתפארת עוזך, תפארת עוזך. אנא אלי, מקבולי, הוסנה, עד העולם. יאי לי לי, יאי לי לי, יאי לי לי, יאי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי 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 לי לי לי.
At this time, I'd like to invite up Micah to share words on Sadaka and chuva.
My name is Micah, and I'm a grateful member of this community. So, in a moment, we're going to be passing around boxes for Sadaka. And while those are going around, I want to share a story with you. There was this man, and his name was Yussel, and he lived in Krakow. And Yussel was known as being the wealthiest person in all of Krakow. Everybody knew it. The rabbi knew it, to every single person that was on the street. They all knew he had the most money. They also knew that Yussel was a little hesitant to give any of that money away. And they actually called him Yussel the miser. A miser means sort of a mean person, somebody who's greedy with their money. So Yussel, though, passed away. And as sort of a last little zits or a way to get to him, they buried Yussel in the very back of the cemetery. And they even put the miser on his tombstone. Well, several weeks pass after his passing, and all of a sudden, the rabbi is getting pleas from the community for more and more money for those who are in need. The rabbi is confused and wondering, why all of a sudden do we have this change? Why all of a sudden is our community needs so much help? And then it dawns on the rabbi. Yussel had actually been an anonymous donor to the community and hadn't told them that he was helping them. And they really had no idea what to do. And so the rabbi reached out to everyone in the community and said, we need to help everyone. We need to help every single person who comes and asks, please help out. It'll take all of us. And then the community was able to read and help all those and give them their allowance. And so this story sort of teaches us several things. One is that it's so important to give Sadaka, and in our tradition, we say it's one of the greatest things to have it be anonymous. But it also, what I like to highlight on, is that it takes everyone. It takes all of us to try and help out. It takes all of us to provide for our community, whether we donate $1 or a little bit more than that. And I personally have been able to experience all of the great things that have been happening here at Beit Tshuva. I have been blessed from everybody who has donated before this evening and who will donate in the future, who has been able to provide for myself and all of the other residents here. And so I encourage you to please scan the QR code or put a little thing in the push key as it comes around and try and help this community continue to flourish. But that's not the entire story. The rest of the story is that the community was sort of shooken by what they had done and how they had treated this man who had been so generous. And so they didn't know what to do. And finally, they had an idea. They decided to go to his grave, the one that they had put in the very back of the cemetery, and ask for forgiveness. Even though they might not have been able to get a response from Yussel, they still knew the importance of asking for forgiveness. And they even went on to, instead of just it saying the miser on his tombstone, they added Hasadik, or the righteous. And so we are actually, as we talked about, entering into our time when we're thinking about chuva, thinking about repentance. And it doesn't matter if we might have messed up yesterday or a year ago, our tradition tells us that we need to ask for forgiveness and to repent. And that is something that I hope all of us can hold on to as we move closer and closer to the high holidays, to Rosh Hashanah and to Yom Kippur. And hopefully that we can take inspiration from Yussel's community when they ask for forgiveness. And so if you are feeling so inspired to offer chuva, or asking for repentance, or even a little bit of gratitude, please raise your hand, and we'll call you on up.
Cody, great member of this community. This is my last Shabbat as a resident. No groans, like clap. It's okay, it's a good thing. Yeah, so it's gonna be just under 5 months since I came here. This time, second time in the house, I actually feel like confident in leaving here, but also like a healthy dose of fear. I think fear is extremely important, not to be crippled by fear, but to use it as your biggest motivator. And I'm actually afraid how my life could turn up if I don't stay sober. That I look forward to a future, and that's because of this place. Amazing staff. I got involved with the community. I'm gonna miss it dearly. I'll be in Israel, so I won't be visiting, and I definitely won't be coming to stay ever again. But yeah, I just want to thank the community. I want to thank all the staff and all the residents. I'm gonna miss you guys, so thank you.
Hello, Chris Andrade, grateful member of this community. This community means a lot to me. This is my first experience with the Jewish community, and seriously, it's just been a wonderful thing. Since those doors have opened, I just been embraced with a bunch of love, and now I feel that I have the knowledge of just combating addiction, you know. That's been my battle for the longest time, and definitely nervous right now. But grateful, I'm definitely grateful, and thank you guys. You guys have my back like chiropractic, seriously. It's been, you know, that's how I combat, everybody knows me, I combat my insecurities with like humor, but at the end of the day, I'm very grateful to be here, and thank you, Beit Tshuva.
Whoa, you just warned me. Yeah, I know. Dang, I didn't. I was like, yeah, okay. I got this. I don't. I'm Cody. I'm a grateful member of this community. Miles. congratulations. I just wanted to express gratitude for you because you've been an awesome community member, roommate, friend, and I know you mean a lot to everybody. You getting hired was an amazing thing. Yeah, I'm really, really, really happy for you because I think you wanted to be a staff member more than anyone I've ever met. So congratulations.
Janet. This is Joseph.
Hello.
I just want to say I'm very grateful for everybody here. You guys are super nice, and I don't know, super nice and I'm shy. And everybody, thank you. And I get to have my son here tonight, which is great. Oh. I'm grateful that I at least have a relationship with my ex-husband. Let's wave. All right, thank you. Let's go. You want
While we're speaking of gratitude, we continue with a prayer for gratitude. Mizmor Shir, how grateful and how joyful we are to be together on this Shabbat.
Amen. So let's sing about it. Let's sing a song to
about
Shabbat.
it.
Here we go. Uza That's right, David G with the killer solo right there. That's right, Dave. All right, so there's a lot of positive energy going. So let's keep it in a forward momentum. With our new residents, we're gonna welcome in our new members.
We learn in the Midrash that each day of creation was partnered. Day 1 and day 4 are connected to light. Days 2 and 5 with water and oceans. Days 3 and 6 with earth and vegetation. Yet day 7, the Shabbat, had no partner. So God promised Shabbat that it would not be alone and that the Jewish people would be her partner. Therefore, as Shabbat begins, we go out to greet our beloved like a groom would greet his bride. And so, Lecha Dodi, we invite in our Shabbat bride and we welcome in the presence of Shabbat in our lives.
Dodi li pratala pene Shabbat nekabela shamoy v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmianu el hameyochad Adonai echad o shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'helitila lecha dodi li pratala pene Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lecho v'nelcha ki hi megor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nestu hasof ma'aseh v'machshava tila lekadodi li pratala pene Shabbat nekabela ki torri Adonai, Allah yichnigla lechadodi li pratala pene Shabbat nekabela. Everyone rise and face the doorway as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzola toch emunei am segula boi chala lechadodi li pratala pene Shabbat nekabela lechadodi li pratala pene Shabbat
Be seated. A reading before Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. It's called Turn Me Toward the Light by Debbie Perlman. Unveil the hope that grows when I face my realities. Turn me toward today. Turn me to a vision of possibilities that denies apprehensions. Turn me toward today. Turn me to this moment of extension that opens my old constrictions. Before me, your place iridescence to soften my sorrows. Let me rest on the cushion of your care, comforted by your regard. Beside me, you heap soft pillows to ease ancient grief. Bolster my courage with your kindness as you support my head. Stretch the stiff limbs of my confusion and let me rise renewed to turn into your light. At this time, I want to send healing blessings to Charlotte and Michael Camner, who are joining us by live stream. All of us here are putting all of our love and light your way. As well, what I'm going to invite all of us to do is to think of those for whom we're saying a Misha Berach, a prayer for healing of refuat nefesh, refuat guf, anyone who needs a healing of the soul, a healing of the body, a complete healing. So I'll invite us at the same time to say aloud the name of those for whom we're saying Misha Berach. Misha Berach.
Misha Berach, Avoteinu, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Vivarech, Virapeh, et Hacholim. Elna, Revana, Elna, Revana, Elna, Revana, Elna, Revana, Misha Berach, Avoteinu, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Uyivarech, Virapeh, et
Before we continue with the Baruch Hu and Shema, I wanted to explore something tonight, the relationship between seeing and hearing. In Proverbs chapter 20, verse 12, we read that God made ears that hear and eyes that see. The Shema is a prayer about listening, about hearing, but within it, there's also a notion of seeing, of bearing witness. If you look in the Torah, and often in the prayer book, you'll see the word witness, ayin daled. And within the Shema, it's the last letter of the first word and the last letter of the last word. And that'll spell the word for witness. And to me, bearing witness is about truly seeing one another. But Shema is also about hearing. So what is this relationship between seeing and hearing? It's interesting that when the Jewish people stood at Mount Sinai to receive the Torah, in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 15, we learn that the Israelites saw the sound of thunder. They saw the sounds, actually, it's plural. They saw the sounds of thunder. Rabbi Akiva said they saw what was audible and heard what was visible. Rav Kook says they were able to see sounds and hear sights. God's revelation at Sinai was registered by all their senses simultaneously as a single undivided perception. Tonight, as we say the Shema, I invite each of us to experience the blending of our senses, to have the ability to hear and to see and to deeply know that there is unity, there is connection, there is oneness. God is one, we are one. In Jewish prayer spaces around the world, before saying Shema, we have our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. This prayer requires a minimum of 10 people, who gather together, who bear witness to one another in one space to pray. So now we will say Baruch Hu, followed by Shema. We are here, we are connected, we are ready to pray. Please rise for Baruch.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamivorach. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach, Hamivorach leolam va'ed. Hamivorach, Hamivorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach leolam va'ed. Be seated. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ufchol nafshecha ufchol meodecha. Vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha b'derech ushokbecha uvkumecha Ukshatam leot ayadecha vehayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam amizuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
Ozempic seems to be in the news every other day. This new diabetes medication has also helped people who struggle with a lifetime of weight management issues. I'm fascinated by the way these drugs have helped to shift the cultural conversation about obesity in this country. A few weeks ago, the CEO of Weight Watchers, Sima Sitani, said that the Ozempic era signals the end of diet culture. For the first time, we are in a period of shifting our attitudes, finally accepting that the issue of weight management is not just about willpower. The eat less, move more mentality is way too simple and doesn't account for the very real metabolic, age-related, and other issues that complicate the story. Sima Sitani said, "We're admitting that we're learning, that social science has evolved, and therefore we should as well." The chief medical officer at Noom agrees, and she predicts we're probably looking at the demise of dieting. Time will tell if these medications are the answer to the obesity epidemic. But what I'm hoping is that as a society, we will start to shift our attitudes away from blaming and shaming and dismissing people because of their weight. There's even a shift from talking about body positivity to talking about body neutrality, which is simply the act of taking a neutral stand towards your body, both emotionally and physically. That means not supporting the hatred toward one's body's limitations or investing time and energy into loving it either. You can simply be at peace with your body. In Judaism, we don't see the body as positive or as neutral. We see the body as a sacred vessel that houses our soul. What we put in our bodies and how we care for our bodies matters. This issue shows up in our Torah portion this week, Re'eh. In this week's Parsha, we learn the rules about what's currently known as keeping kosher. In Deuteronomy chapter 14, we learn basic guidelines about what animals, fish, and birds Jewish people are permitted to eat. We also learn the principle that leads to the prohibition against mixing milk and meat. The reason we're given to observe all these rules is found in Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 21, where we learn, "For you are a holy people to Adonai your God. Ki am kadosh ata l'Adonai Elohecha." As I understand this text, the purpose of keeping kosher is to be holy. The Hebrew word for holiness, kadosh, carries within it the understanding of making distinctions or separations. In our Torah portion, we're given rules that make the act of eating one where we have the opportunity to take pause and to be mindful of our bodies as sacred vessels. In Judaism, this principle of the body being a vessel for the soul extends beyond eating. A few chapters earlier in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 9, we are told, "Guard yourself and guard your soul very carefully. Rak hishamer lecha ushmor nafshecha me'od." Perhaps this verse inspired Jewish philosopher Philo of Alexandria to say, "The body is the soul's house. Therefore, shouldn't we take care of our house so that it doesn't fall into ruin?" I wonder how our lives might be different if we developed even one spiritual practice associated with this idea. Perhaps we might try this week to develop healthier sleep habits. After all, in the Talmud, Rabbi Judah teaches, the night was created for no other purpose but to sleep. Or what if we practice hitbodedut, taking some quiet time to ourselves for the purpose of gaining wisdom? This Jewish value of caring for our bodies is called shmirat haguf. In the 12th century, Moses Maimonides, who was both a rabbi and a doctor, revolutionized Jewish thinking. In his famous work, the Mishnah Torah, which codified Jewish law, he wrote, "When keeping the body in health and vigor, one walks in the ways of God." The title of this week's Parsha is Re'eh, which comes from the Hebrew root meaning to see. What does it mean to see and to be seen? Tonight, perhaps that means to look within and to acknowledge the ways in which we have physically harmed our bodies. In this Beit Tshuva community, as we or someone we love collectively moves further along in a recovery journey, we seek to treat our bodies as the sacred vessels they are. As we build muscle memory in terms of honoring our bodies, we open up space to focus on our souls. The Musar tradition sheds light on what it means to be a holy soul, teaching that every human being is a reflection of God. We have light within us, and regardless of any action we take, regardless of our past or present transgressions, by virtue of being born a human being, we are worthy of honor. This tradition teaches that we are born little holy creatures, ready to bring God's light into this world and to shine. We also acknowledge that human beings are super complicated. We make mistakes, and as everyone here knows, and as Micah so beautifully shared, we have a system of chuva, of returning right back to the path of becoming our best and highest selves. Judaism is a hopeful and optimistic religion. I really appreciate this optimism. I hope that tonight we can be inspired by a tradition that beckons us toward finding the light inside ourselves and inside of others. It's there. We all have it. May we find ways to access that light housed within our sacred bodies, and may we make this world just a little bit brighter this week. Amen. Going to invite our band back up and our cantor, I don't even see. We are going to continue. We're going to continue with a song that is so beautifully a reflection of this message. The song is Indi Ari, I Am Light.
So I welcome anybody who knows this song, Amina. Join in, sing, enjoy it, take it in. I am a light, I am a light. I am a light, I am a light. I am a light, I am a light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am a light. I am light. I am a 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 light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made. I am at the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am a light. 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 I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the race. I am not my soul divide. I am a light. I am light. I am piece of it all. I am light. I am alive.
Well, that was wonderful, Thea. Thank you so much.
Okay. So this is the time in our service that we usually celebrate birthdays, but tonight we do not have any birthdays, and so I will use this as an invitation that if anybody has a birthday moving forward, that Sarah is the person to contact. Sarah is
wonderful
waving
Sarah
her
Jacobs,
hand right over
there.
here.
And there'll be many celebrations coming up, so a lot of things to celebrate in our community.
So can I say it before I leave? Okay, okay. So we're moving toward the concluding prayers of our service. The Aleinu is a prayer about a particular vision for our future, where all of humanity can live in a world where we are united by a vision. Creating that world is hard, and so I want to offer us a blessing as we continue to strive towards creating the world of our dreams. These words come from a book called Blessings for Life's Journey by Rabbi Cheryl Lewart. The reading is about perseverance. May perseverance shine in us like an eternal light in the wilderness that keeps us going, a beacon of encouragement no matter how dark the night landscape of our soul. May we endure past the weariness that invades our spirit and persist until we find refuge and safe haven. May we tend to this light, nurturing and caring for it, understanding that this persistent light within us comes from an inner divine spark that will always light our way. Aleinu.
Everyone please rise. Aleinu lishabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotze bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יחיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. A reading before Kaddish to continue in this theme of light. The light of life is like a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled. It burns, it glows. It is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades. Its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance, and our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flame. We see no more and are no more seen, yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of life and of light. As we read the yahrzeit list, I just feel compelled to speak of the devastation that's happening in Maui right now. And our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers are with all of those who have their people within their communities and their families who have died. And we will just send light their way as they seek to rebuild. We are in the year of mourning for Erwin Belsky, Clayton Leon Cochran, Melvin Nimoy, Simcha Farkas, Laura Avinia, Leslie Barnett, Phyllis Siegel, Dennis Sherman, Jennifer Weller, Boris Katrich, Howard Sutton, Malcolm Jack III, Wayne Kahn, Myron Keene, Michelle Rosenblum, Noam Searlin, Marvin Jones, Salvo Mayo, Austin Long, Adam Rich, Maxwell Collins, Robert Alonzo, Alan A.J. Lamoureux, Larry Schwartz, Norma Sklar, Darren Fond, Lucas Simon Foster, Paul Roven, Mark Gottesman, Marco Mayo, Vladimir Wolf Pessin, Tyler Wright, Suzanne Good, Michael Turpak, Zachary Elkatib, Menachem Bennett, Matthew Berzinski, Hannah Weller, Daniel Engel, Gloria Boraz, Shayna Michelle Aiken, Jerry Glasser, Sarah Abergel, Ben Scher, Jay Gagerman, Ronald Mankoff, Sandra Lee Yanklowitz, Leon Judah Shahan. And it is the yahrzeit we remember people who've died at this time in seasons past. Anthony Meehan, Bessie Cohen, Bunzo Nakagawa, Eleanor Gassaway, Elliot Kaplow, Fred Shapiro, Albert Levy, Ben Frankel, David Salomon, Helen Miller, Henry Silverberg, Kelly Mulligan, Laura Dwoskin, Melvin Rosenthal, Naaman Knight, Ruth Miller, Robert Burstein, Jack Elliott, Lawrence Powell, Michael Crane, Serene Weinstock, Stan Berman, Zelda Ritz, Zilla Packier, Jerry Feinmel, and David Licht. If there is someone who is online who would like to speak the name out loud, please do so. And if there's anybody here who is saying Kaddish for someone, I invite you to rise. And here at Beit Tshuva, nobody stands alone, so if there's somebody around you, please stand with them. I do my best to say the names properly, but in the event that I didn't, please say the names of your loved ones as my eyes meet yours. We continue with Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadol v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah B'alma divrach irtei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv b'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lemei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasha barichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May their memories be an enduring blessing, and we say together, amen.
Okay, so I want to thank Rabbi Karen for leading a wonderful service this evening. I missed her first visit, so I'm really grateful to be here. Yeah, I missed your first visit, so I'm grateful to be, yes, this is our first encounter on the Bima, and I had a lovely evening, so thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you again in the not too distant future. We have a lot of people that it takes to put on Shabbat. The band, of course, wonderful band every week. And I'm extremely grateful to each and every one of you. Ted Greenberg on the bass. Patrick's playing drums with us. What a blessing. Dave G playing guitar. Laura on keyboards and some vocals. Thea had a great I Am Light rendition, singing and playing guitar as well, and just overall helpfulness. Erica is running the board back there. Thank you so much, Erica. Rosie is helping with the slides. Thank you so much, Rosie. Jay's back there helping in our film department. And same with Jonathan. Don't just eat it up, Jay. Don't worry about it. You definitely helped out. And then in the studio, we have Dylan. So I want to thank them all personally for the great work that they do. I want to thank all of you for showing up. I want to thank the residents for being present and engaged. Oh, thank you. Our whole community would like to thank Adam Nimoy a very special happy birthday. And what a great thing, he also sponsored tonight's Shabbos in honor of Barbara Friedman and her birthday celebration last week. So thank you so much for your support of our congregation in the many ways that you do it. Thank you so much, Adam. And thank you for being a good friend. Thank you. We have many upcoming events that I hope I see your beautiful faces for. It's coming one after the other, starting with tomorrow evening. Yes. Tomorrow night is our talent show. It's going to be at 7 p.m. right here in our sanctuary. I was at the dress rehearsal last week that we had for all the residents that are a part of. It was fantastic. I was blown away. There's very many talented people always, but currently right now, and they're going to put on their talents for you on tomorrow evening. So please come and support them in their talents and efforts and their recovery. Bake Teshuva. There is no better way to celebrate Shabbat than with a baked teshuva challah. Pre-order it now or buy any of your favorite flavors by going to www.bakedteshuva.com or buying them at tonight's service. I still see some challahs back there, so before you leave, get some Shabbos challah for tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's still Shabbos, so you may need some challah for your Saturday. All right. Also, the 18th, we have the Temple of the Arts joining us in a joint Shabbat service. So this is exciting for me because my teacher, Cantor Nathan Lamb, will be here, as well as Alicia Pierce, their other cantor. Their Rabbi David Barron will be leading our service. We'll have special guest artists and special guest congregants. So please come next Friday for our Temple of the Arts Shabbat. Then the following weekend, we have Alumni Shabbat on Friday. So we'll have some special guest alumni band members, and then we'll also have Rabbi Ed Feinstein joining us on the Bima. So please come and support the alumni. If you are an alumni, tell some of your friends to come show up as well. All right, that's all going to culminate into our high holiday service coming right up. So very top of my mind, absolutely. They're almost upon us. This year we are joined by the world-renowned spiritual leader, Rabbi Dr. Shmuley Yanklowitz. Please join us for our services that will be full of prayer, song, and heartfelt drashes by our residents, staff, alumni, and community members. And don't be surprised if you get asked to share on, a prayer or some part of our high holiday service. They haven't asked people yet, but that will be coming up. So please join in if you're asked, and write a personal message based on whatever prayer that you're given. You can go to beitshuva.org/HH to get your high holiday tickets, and also purchase a membership for our wonderful congregation here. So if you haven't already done that, please, you can go to the website or talk to that lovely woman over there, Sarah Jacobs. So I want to thank Sarah for everything that she does for our temple and our community. I want to thank Armando, who also helps support our development and our temple. And then Luca's back there doing our baked chuva table. So talk to him on your way out. Maybe buy a challah or one of the little baked chuva knickknacks that we have. All right. We're going to have Oseh Shalom. We're going to pray for some peace. We're going to do it in, Middle Eastern vibe. So here we go. Shalom Aleichem, ve'alko Yisrael, ve'alko yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Yai la lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, ya la lai 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 lai, ya la lai la 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 lai. ויעשה שלום עלינו ויעקו ישראל ויעקו יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. All right. Yes, please.
Okay. A closing benediction from Directing the Heart by Rabbi Yael Levy. In preparation for their journey across the river to the land they had been promised, our ancestors were told, "See, every day you will have a choice. Every day you will choose what you notice and what you allow to guide your way. Every day you will decide how to respond to a multitude of encounters and how you will define each of your experiences. See, pay attention. Notice your expectation. When do you propel forward and when do they bind you? Insights will arrive to guide you and help you discern what is true. Every day, new terrain opens up before us, and we have to decide how to proceed. Nurture yourself with practice, the Torah calls. Be mindful of what you take into your body, and notice where the thoughts and stories of the mind lead. For every day, new terrain opens up before us, and we choose how we will walk and what we will see." Our final song tonight will be Ozi V'Zimrat Yah. It's part of the Song of the Sea, which is sung as the Israelites make their way from the darkness and the narrowness of Egypt into the hope and light of the Promised Land. May this song lift our spirits as we transition from this service, and may you feel love and light surround you on this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
All right, let's join in community. Everyone, stand up. Let's join together, arm in arm. Let's sing this as one. Ozi v'zimrat yah vayahili lishua. 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 Ozi v'zimrat yah Everyone stay right where you are. Kiddush and Motzi, that's right, Kathy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone.